Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. We got our special guest co-host Miko Grimes here, and Teslin Figueroa. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, beautiful Miko. And good morning, Charlamagne.
Peace, Tez.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Now, sorry to all the Jets fans. Look like Aaron Rodgers is out for the year. Torn Achilles, so he won't be playing for a year. Does that mean he retires after this?
I would think so. What you think, Miko?
I don't think so.
Really?
He has some more stuff to prove, and this Achilles is going to give him even more motivation to come back.
He's 40 years old, though.
Listen, you don't have to be that mobile anyways to be a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
You just got that arm got to work. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't like to see people get hurt, but I'll tell you one thing. You playing my Dallas Cowboys this Sunday.
Exactly. Charlamagne hoping for the worst.
But the Jets play my Cowboys this Sunday, so
like that, huh?
go us.
Go
Okay.
us, you stupid. Now, let's talk about McCarthy. What's going on with McCarthy?
Well, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announced Tuesday he is calling on his committees to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden, even though he has not proved anything that has to do with him profiting off of his son, Hunter Biden. Now, the move comes amid increasing pressure from the right flank to move ahead with the inquiry, including some on the far right who have threatened to oust McCarthy, which they've been doing from the very beginning. You may remember that from his speakership if he does not move swiftly enough on the investigation. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
These are allegations of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption, and they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
Oh, God. I'm tired of the tit for tat, man.
This is messy.
When you look at what's happening in America right now, folks trying to keep food on the table, crime through the roof, Supreme Court rolling back rights, and they doing a tit for tat. I just feel like they care about everything except for everyday American people's lives.
Yeah, this is messy.
Yeah. Now, he's saying McCarthy is saying that this has to do with over $20 million of payments that went into shell companies of Hunter Biden, and saying that President Biden was aware that he used his official office to coordinate deals. But again, he's been investigating this for about 9 months. They haven't came up with any evidence. And Democrats are saying this is just McCarthy playing politics, to your point, Charlamagne, because he can't get anything done in the House of Representatives. He can't get them to vote on anything. They're holding their votes. And so this is something that he's saying, maybe I can get people to rally around this. Democrats saying that it will backfire ultimately, because if they don't come up with anything, it could ultimately help Democrats win on next year.
Yeah, if something was really there, I'm all for it. Nobody is above the law, but it feels like, this is just get back for the couple of times they impeached their guy.
Yep. Putting cases on everybody.
We see.
On all of y'all.
All right.
Right.
Well, that is front page news. All right. Thank you, Tez. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Let us know what's going on in your life. Maybe you seen the VMAs last night. You loved it. You hated it. Maybe you hate going to work today because this morning it was a lot of rain. I ain't going to front. It was pouring. But whatever it may be, call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our special guest co-host, Miko Grimes. And let's get in some front page news. What up, Tez?
What's going on, DJ Envy? Good morning, Miko and Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Tez.
Good morning.
Let's jump right into it, Tez. Let's talk about Spider-Man that escaped out of prison.
Yeah, for those who remember, this is the guy that crab walked up the prison wall last week. He is still on the run. Now, the convicted killer who escaped from Eastern Pennsylvania prison nearly 2 weeks ago is considered armed and extremely dangerous now after he stole a rifle from the garage of a local homeowner who fired several shots at the fugitive as he fled. Let's take a listen.
He's killed 2 people previously. I would suspect that he's desperate enough to use that weapon. We have considered him dangerous right from the very start. It changes nothing. We have always considered him to be a risk. We just now absolutely know that he has a weapon.
Now, didn't he stab his girlfriend like 38 times?
Yeah, he was convicted for murder. We talked about that earlier this week. So, yeah, he's definitely, armed and dangerous, literally now. So folks there are, concerned and, making sure they're keeping an eye out. And this guy's just, I guess, Well, he's been spotted like what 9
They
times.
said there are 9 sightings of him, and they can't catch him. It's crazy.
And they just can't catch this guy. I mean, he literally might be Spider-Man for real.
Yeah, what's going on? This man escaped from prison, and he's been on the run for 9 days. Don't let the conspiracy theorists and me start going. Is this one of them super soldiers they was working on, and he escaped? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, what the hell's happening out here? Why do they want him free? Why are they letting him be free for these 9 days? Why did they let him out in the first place? What's going on here?
They're telling people don't go near him because he's extremely dangerous. They was like, people are out and about, stay in the house. They was like, this dude is serious business. So, and they saying let the authorities get him. Don't try to be a vigilante and try to get him yourself.
Didn't somebody shoot at him?
Yeah.
But if he's been out 9 days.
The homeowner did. He shot at him,
If
but
he's been
missed.
out 9 days, doesn't that mean that he did a good job?
A great job.
This is amazing, right? This is
job.
skill.
The fact is, remember I was talking about that the other day. I was like, they should have a reality show to where if you are able to escape from prison and able to elude what's the word?
Elude police.
Elude police for a certain amount of time. They got to cut some time off your sentence.
Nah, not him. He
gotta get
stabbed
some-
somebody 38 times.
I ain't say they should let him out. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they should cut a little bit of. He got life.
Maybe
you know
just
what I
give
mean?
him an extra juice or something in prison.
Something.
Not an extra juice.
Give him life minus 2 years or something.
Yeah, and when you guys saying let the authorities handle, I mean, literally over 500 law enforcement officers have been trying to get this guy. The police, the FBI, the ATF, and U.S. Marshals.
Something ain't
are
right.
All I hear
looking
is
for this
skills.
guy.
All I hear is skills.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Yeah,
And he ducking bullets.
Yeah.
And he broke into somebody's house and they shot at him and he ducking bullets. Something ain't right, y'all.
Yeah. What was he before? Like, what was his background?
Well, we only know. I didn't look into his background. We just know
he
he
was ex-military or.
Yeah,
Right.
I have no idea. I just know he murdered his girlfriend, and this is where we are. We're getting to know him now, but he got mad skills. I know that for sure.
By the way, I don't believe in not engaging. If the man killed his girlfriend and they saying he's a threat, if you see him in your yard or something,
Shoot him,
in
take
your
him
house,
down.
take him out.
Take him down.
Yeah, well,
Figure it
he
out
tried,
later.
but I guess he wasn't a good shot because he tried. So shout out to the homeowner for trying. The homeowner was definitely strapped up because he had a gun on him, and then the guy stole his other rifle. So
Jesus.
he was ready to go. He just missed. So we'll keep following the story.
Now let's talk about this sad story in a police training exercise.
Yeah, I wanted to bump this story back up. The story is actually old. It happened August 4, 2022, but the Shade Room released the actual video last night of the incident. So a lot of folks were talking about it, sending it to me. Oh, did you hear about this story? And I wanted to remind people this is actually an old story and people maybe didn't catch it. So let's take a listen and we'll talk about it.
Police say the training session was held in a lower level room at the Anacostia Library on Good Hope Road Southeast. Its purpose was to teach a group of D.C. library police officers how to use an extendable police baton. Sources familiar with the investigation tell News 4 that when the trainer, described by officials as a retired MPD lieutenant, drew a pistol to illustrate how quickly it could be done, he fired one shot, striking an officer in the chest. She was unconscious and not breathing when emergency responders arrived around 3:30 p.m. D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti spoke at the scene. He was asked why the training included real bullets known as live ammunition.
I don't have answers as to why the live firearm was in an Aspeton training. I don't have those answers for you right now.
That's sad.
Yeah, so she was a 25-year-old Marcia Mannion, and a lot of people, were really, shocked by this story. Young woman, a Black woman, and again, it was just during the training. And so in that actual video, you see, him panic because it was an accident, and just wanted to give everybody the background. This is why a lot of this stuff takes a long time, to go through the process. They went through a lot of pushing, for him to have some criminal charges. And so it took about a year for all of this to kind of, come out in that video. So his name was Jesse Porter, and he pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter while armed and unlawful discharge, and he was sentenced to 3 years. So again, old story, but when the clip went out yesterday, the facts weren't attached to it on what actually happened. Folks were saying, oh, he needs to go to jail. What's going to happen next? And so all of that has already happened. So just kind of shows you, it takes a while to go through the process.
Damn.
Yeah, very sad case. I mean, anybody who's been through any type of gun training, the first thing they tell you is never point the gun at somebody. And make sure the gun is unloaded. So if the gun accidentally does go off, it's never pointed at a person. Also, even if you shoot in any type of movie or series or anything like that, It might look like the gun is pointing at somebody, but they never point at the person. It's always a little off to the side where the camera looks pointing at somebody, which is very weird of why he was actually pointing a gun at somebody, because that's the first thing they tell you. You never point the firearm at somebody.
This might be a stupid question, but why do they use real ammo during training?
Well,
that's the whole thing.
You have to. Even when I went and got my license to carry, they tell you, they make you sign paperwork that actually says if you get shot while you're training, you can't sue.
Dang.
Yeah, but in this.
Yeah,
in this particular case, he was not supposed to have live ammo. This was in a library. So this was not on like at a training site or, actual, weapon site. This was in a DC library. And she was just they were teaching them how to be, cops for libraries. So he wasn't supposed to have ammo at all. Definitely wasn't supposed to have live ammo. They don't even know why. That's why the chief was saying, I don't know why he had those things. So it was actually against the law, against the law with DC law. So this was just a sad incident all the way around.
That's horrible, man.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tiz.
Thank you.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms at Tesla and Figaro.
All right. Thank you, Tiz. Now, when we come back, we have the CEO of the Zeus Network, Lamel, and also Natalie Nunn.
Natalie Nunn. I ain't seen Natalie Nunn in a long time.
Well, I seen her last week on live when she called you a bitch ass ninja.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lamel be pushing that type of stuff. That's who we need to get on, okay? Y'all been letting Lamel walk around out here with no smoke, and I don't understand why.
Okay.
I just want listen, we all get smoke, right? For different things.
Yes.
So I want him to get his fair share of smoke, because I don't see it.
Jesus.
Am I tripping?
You're not.
Oh, okay.
You're not.
All right. Well, we're going to kick it with them when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.